Hi! I thought I'd go ahead and film another video. This one's going to be a haul. These will be the books that I received for Christmas and bought for myself because I got a gift card from my parents to Barnes & Noble, so I definitely took advantage of that pretty quick. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. First book I have here is The Archived by Victoria Schwab. I've heard a lot of good things about her. This book has also been pretty popular on BookTube. It's YA, and I think she also writes adult novels, and I think her most popular adult novel is Vicious, which I also own. Haven't read it yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I definitely plan on reading that one soon. And I think this one's also part of a trilogy or a duology or whatever, because I know there's another book out, and I think there's going to be a third one, but I'm not for sure. But the reason I wanted this book was because I read the synopsis for it, and honestly, it blew me away. Like, I don't think I've ever read anything like this before, and that's what intrigued me so much about it. So I definitely plan on reading this one pretty soon. The next book I have is What I Thought Was True by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This one is contemporary, and I picked it up because it was really cheap at Books A Million. It was $2.97, and I'd heard good things about her other novel, My Life Next Door, on BookTube, and I just thought, heck, why not? I'll probably like it. I mean, I really like contemporary. I'll pretty much read anything unless it's just super boring, and then I won't read it. But this one sounded really good, and I think it'd be perfect for summer reading because it's set on an island, so I'll probably wait until the summer to read this one. The next one I have is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I've heard a lot about this one on BookTube also, and I've been really excited to read it because the main character, Kath, I feel like I can really relate to her because she's quiet and shy, and I'm kind of the same way. Excuse me. I haven't read it, but I've heard enough about it from other booktubers and watching reviews and stuff that I feel like I could really relate to her, like, without even reading it, honestly, but I'm obviously going to read it. But it just sounds really good, and I know she's in I think it's her second year of college, and I'm in college too, so I'm assuming she's probably in her, oh, there's a hair on that. I'm assuming she's probably in her early 20s, like me, but yeah, super excited to read this. The next one I have is The Diviners by Libba Bray. Also heard a lot about this on BookTube. It's been pretty popular, and I don't know when it came out. 2012. So not that long ago. But it's set in the 1920s in New York, and it's paranormal, suspense, mystery, whatever you want to call it. But it's also historical fiction, and I really like it whenever a book can incorporate more than one genre because it kind of makes it a little more interesting. But I'm super excited to read this one. Next one is This Is Our Story by Ashley Elston. This one is fairly new. I think it just came out last year, 2016. And it's a psychological thriller. It's about 5 boys who go into the woods and only 4 come out. That pretty much pulled me in. But I also saw another booktuber, Super Space Chick, reading this. I saw her review of it on Goodreads, and it really intrigued me, so that's kind of how I heard about it, but I definitely want to read this one soon. This next one's kind of funny. I saw this at Barnes & Noble, and I'm like, why not? It's called Adulting, How to Become a Grown-Up in 468 Easy-ish Steps by Kelly Williams Brown. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to need this someday. I still live at home with my parents, so I don't really know what it's like to be independent or live on my own, which sounds kind of bad because I'm 21. But I'm still in school, so it's kind of easier for me to live at home. But I feel like once I graduate, this will be very helpful in kind of teaching me how to manage adult life, manage finances, live on my own, stuff like that. So I'll probably save this for later, but I'm definitely excited to read it when the time comes. This next book sounds so adorable, and I honestly really love this cover because it's just like a bookshelf. It's called The Bookshop on the Corner by Jenny Colgan. It's just, I read the back and I'm like, okay, I'm getting this book because it just sounded so cute. Like, it's one of those frilly, contemporary, cutesy books that gives you a ooey gooey feeling, and I'll just go ahead and read the back. Nina Redmond is a literary matchmaker. Pairing a reader with that perfect book is her passion, and also her job. Or at least it was, until yesterday. She was a librarian in the hectic city, but now the job she loved is no more. Determined to make a new life for herself, Nina moves to a sleepy village many miles away. There she buys a van and transforms it into a mobile bookshop that she drives from neighborhood to neighborhood, changing one life after another with the power of storytelling. From helping her grumpy landlord deliver a lamb to sharing picnics with a charming train conductor who serenades her with poetry, Nina discovers there's plenty of adventure, magic, and soul in a place that's beginning to feel like home, a place where she just might be able to write her own happy ending. This sounds so cute. I just love it. I can't wait to read it. I'll probably read it when I'm feeling kind of down, because I feel like it'd be one of those books that you'd read when you needed a pick-me-up or something like that. So, yeah, it's probably guaranteed to put you in a good mood, because, I mean, number one, it's about books, so that's automatically going to put me in a good mood, but it just sounds really, really cute, so, yeah. This next one I absolutely love this cover. I'm real big on the covers, if you haven't noticed, but this one is called These Shallow Graves by Jennifer Donnelly. This is a young adult psychological thriller set in the 1800s, I think. It's about this girl who kind of becomes a detective of sorts, and she's searching for the truth behind her father's death. I read the synopsis for this a while back, and it just sounded really interesting. And I saw the paperback at Barnes & Noble, but I really wanted the hardback cover because of the cover. I mean, the hardback covers are always prettier, I think. But yeah, I was willing to pay more for this one because of the cover. The next one I have is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. This is another author I've heard quite a bit about on BookTube. I've heard good and bad things about her. Some people really love her books, some not so much. I've never read anything by her, so this will be my first Colleen Hoover book. But I'm willing to give it a try, and the cover is so pretty. It's like magenta, and I think that's a flower. I can't really tell, but it sounds good. It's about this girl who has this new relationship, and a guy from the past shows up, so ooh, sounds good. This next one I have is historical fiction, and it's called Lilac Girls by Martha Hall Kelly. And I just love this. I love this cover too. Like, all of these covers are amazing. But this one is historical fiction, and it's set in Poland during Hitler's reign. And it kind of just chronicles the lives of these three women and how they're affected by the war. I think one of them has to go to a notorious concentration camp for women, and I think it just talks about how that affects her and her friends. It just sounds really, really good, and I really love historical fiction set in that time. Not because of what happened, but reading about it really gets you thinking. Like, terrible things like that really do happen in the world, and it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to read, but it's super interesting. So I can't wait to read this one. And the last book I have here is called Shuffle Repeat by Jen Klein. This is a contemporary young adult novel, and I heard about this from Super Space Chick also. By the way, her channel is super cute. I love her videos. They're always so like clear, and her makeup is really pretty too. And you should go check her channel out. I'll link her channel below. But anyway, she was reading this, I noticed on Goodreads, and gave it a 5-star review. And I read the synopsis for it, and I'm like, yeah, I want to read that. So I went ahead and picked it up. Okay, that's the end of my haul, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. If there were any of these books that you guys have read and enjoyed or didn't enjoy, comment, or if you have any other recommendations, just let me know. I'm always up for reading new books. So thanks for watching. Bye.